Inner Earth Part 5.
By means of a vast network of tunnels that span across Earth. But despite this, Agarthians have evolved separately from the rest of the world for so many years that they developed 2 tongues with which they are able to speak 2 languages simultaneously, a detail Saint-Yves was particularly fond of sharing. As an unwavering literalist, Mission of India was not intended to be read as allegory or fantasy. The French occultist was dead serious in every word he wrote, and presented Agartha as a factual, geographic place that can be found if one knows where to look. The lessons went on 3 times a week, and Harji would sign each of Saint-Yves' notebook pages with his monogram as a mark of approval. But as the pages and lessons continued, his signature grew sketchier and more abstract, with less and less care put into it, until his monogram was no more than a small cross. Finally, his mark disappeared for good, and it was at this point that their Sanskrit lessons ended, for reasons unknown. At this same time, hundreds of copies of Saint-Yves' Mission of India had been printed and were ready to be distributed across France, when he suddenly withdrew the book and ordered every copy to be burned. The only remaining was a manuscript in his personal possession, and this probably would have been lost to oblivion, but Saint-Yves, who had no children of his own, left his belongings to his stepchildren, who then passed it on to the famous French occultist, Dr. Jean Oncols, better known as Papus. When Papus published Mission of India in 1910, he omitted several parts of the manuscript which remain lost to this day. There have been various theories put forward as to why Saint-Yves ordered the destruction of his precious work. Some sources state that he acted under the orders of the great Agarthian school, as the wisdom revealed would not be understood, and publishing it would be like casting pearls before swine. While others go as far as to say that he was threatened with the dagger of the initiates if he were to reveal the secrets of Agartha. Regardless of the true reason, the public revelation of Agartha was ultimately withheld during Saint-Yves' life, but there is evidence that he remained true to his belief in the lost civilization. For example, he mentions Agartha and his 3 rulers by name in his epic poem from 1890, Joan of Arc Victorious. In his conversations with psychical researcher Alfred Ernie in 1896, he stated many details of Agartha just as they appear in his book, and again insisted on their existence. Finally, he mentions Agartha in veiled terms in the major work of his final years, the Archaeometer.